Hey y'all, welcome to Panama. This is, well, it's someplace I've never been before, and I'm very much looking forward to getting out and exploring and discovering some awesome things that Panama has to offer for photography. And I got in yesterday and it was just after sunset, and that was not too bad. The people are really friendly here and felt safe most of the time going throughout, but it was still a little bit, I guess we can say, extra fun because I didn't have any bus fare or any other way to do the public transport. They require these little cards, and I tried to pay cash, and of course that doesn't work. So the guy was pointing behind me, and there was a lady, and she actually paid for me. That was really cool. So I ended up taking the bus to the metro station, which I thought someone had told me it had been, it wasn't running right now, but it was. And then I was able to buy a card there and put some money on it, and then get my way down to the place that I was staying. And speaking of the place that I'm staying, it's kind of a nice place. It's only about, I don't know, it's about $26, $27 a night. It was $115 for 4 nights, so not too bad. Found it on booking.com, and I was led to believe on the description though that I would have the whole apartment, and I just have a private room in an apartment. Turns out there's another guy there, and that's fine. I have access to the entire kitchen, the entire apartment, and of course my own private bath and everything, so that's nice. But I guess that's also why it's so cheap. But hey, it was really nice. It's in a good, safe place in town. And then here I am this morning. I slept in a little bit, had my breakfast, and then here I am down in the Oldtown. And so here I am. Time to wander now. So let's go find some streets. Let's go find some awesome things to look at and photograph. There's lots of really cool stuff here. And of course the challenge is because it's so sunny that it's just super high contrast. So that's why we go and look at things that are completely in the shade. Like this truck is pretty cool. Lots of potentially interesting details coming through with a subject like this. And as you wander about, whatever's going on here with this front of the building. Not that I could get the whole front, but I probably would do something with the detail. Whether it's looking at the color or the texture or just what, I don't know. Like this thing here, there's some really cool stuff there. And then that plant life coming out, that's really cool. A little dash of pink in there. I find stuff like this very interesting, and what I'll probably end up doing is I'll just start shooting, because what I've also found is, hey, when I actually get the camera out and I start shooting, that's when really the creative juices just really start to flow and things start to get really exciting. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start there. Let's take a look at what I find here with this texture and maybe something else, and then we of course will just continue on from here. But I'm thinking this is going to be my first shot. I'm also going to start my GPS watch. I like to be able to pinpoint exactly where I photographed, and so if I start my GPS watch, I'm going to be able to line that up and then use Lightroom's mapping function to be able to pinpoint exactly where I'm photographing. Alright, first shot coming up from Oldtown, Panama City. Hey, check this thing out. This is the kind of thing I just love coming across. Actually, I saw this on the way in on the cab when I was riding the cab, but I did not know that I was going to come across this, but hey, it's all right. Looks like I can get inside. I'll let the traffic go by so I don't have so much noise to compete with. So let's get inside here and see if there's anything exciting to photograph. That looks like a pretty cool place. Here's a sign about arcocciato, flat arch. And so that's talking about that thing going up above here. This is the kind of place that would be absolutely amazing with some severe overcast. Boy, I could spend hours shooting this place. But since it's so bright and harsh light, I need to find something that is detail oriented, and that is going to not be affected by all that harsh light. Let's go through another one of these little tunnels. That's pretty cool. All right. The brickwork, the shape, see, that's not too bad. The biggest problem is just these shadow areas are going to be really deep, but the nature of the texture and how those little plants that are just growing on the side there, that's really cool. Lots of neat places down here, I'm sure. It's just a little bit of a challenge with this very harsh light. Awesome little courtyard area here. And hallelujah, just as I was saying, oh, it's so bad because I need a big cloud, then that thing rolled in. I don't know if it's easy for you to see, but it's a big, massive cloud. It has really evened out the lighting in this place. And I've got some images that will at least work a little better. I'm still feeling a little rusty on my creativity side of things, but it is still, I was just so glad that that came about. Now, as I'm looking at this subject, let's get back to here for you. As I'm looking at this subject, I'm thinking about zooming in and getting some of these detail here and just looking at the symmetry, but then of course that symmetry is broken or punctuated by those plants up there. So let's get a few more shots like that. Let's explore this place a little better now that we've got this massive cloud overhead and things are definitely looking up as far as this particular shot, this particular location. It is hot and, well, just muggy compared to what I'm used to. And so it's time for a nice cool drink. I asked for a soda, but they don't have any. Of course, they got beer and all that, but they had agua for $1, which is, quite frankly, way overpriced for this area. I can get this for 30 cents, but then it doesn't come with a nice terrace and a view and the sound of the water coming in. So it's worth it for $1 to be able to sit and relax a little bit. Slight breeze coming in. That last place I photographed, got a few more nice ones, I think, but again, I think I'm still just, I'm not really into it yet. I'm not really feeling the juice, as it were. I need a few more shots and probably just need to get, when I get out of the city, I'll feel really rejuvenated. That's usually how it goes. But a little bit of rest here, and then I'll just keep looking around. There's different plazas and different parks and different other little areas that I'll be able to walk to. But my goal here is pretty much to spend all day in this Oldtown area. And if I get inspired by something, I can always come back. I've got a couple of days here in this region, and I can always come back. I'm definitely going to do the canal area as well. Probably do that tomorrow. And then when it comes to my other 2 days that I have here, because what's today? I forget what today is. Thursday, Wednesday, actually. And then have Thursday and Friday, of course. So, yeah, I got a little bit of tooling around to see different options. But for now, it's just a few moments of listening to the surf and enjoying this beautiful area. As I was rounding the corner, came to this stuff behind me. Some ladies are making this stuff literally on the street here, but this is what I wanted to photograph. Just a nice multi-textured, just got so many good things, whether it's the lines, the shapes, the forms, the texture, the color, everything is coming in really beautiful and strong on this image. And then of course we have something like the car coming through, and that's okay. They're not here very long. So I'm going to work this over and then go on down this way a little bit. I'll show you on the map really quick where I'm at, and kind of try and maybe get a little idea of the places I've been to. I'll highlight those on the map too. But this is, there's just something here. I might get it at an angle too. You know, if I get too much though, I get things like this orange fencing type, whatever that is. Go down that way and things start to clutter up the scene. So it's about isolating, it's about coming across something and discovering something that has interest, that has some kind of visual interest, that has some kind of draw for me. And that's just gonna be really cool. I'd love to get one of these bags for the wife, but it's my first day and I can't be buying something on the first day, so I'm gonna look around a little more. I'm also in the very tourist area. Everything is really expensive here, so I'm going to try and just focus on my photography for a little bit more. Lots of good stuff though. I just can't wait to see more. Says this area was originally used for military purposes, also housed a prison until the beginning of the 20th century. And then there's this little map here that shows the different regions here. Section A, National Institute of Culture. Building served in the past as the seat of the legislative and justice governing bodies, as the Latin words for justice and law suggests on this facade. Letter B, that's where I am. Statue of Pablo Orosemena, the 5th president of Panama. He served from 1910 to 1912. C is referencing the vaults, 18th century. Its interior spaces with thick walls were used as barracks and a prison. And then the Embassy of France, letter D, from 1915, constructed where a military building known as the Castle originally stood. All right, that looks awesome. And then this is other areas from downtown, or I should maybe say Oldtown, and their descriptions. I'm going to go up and take a look at this stairway way over there. You can barely see it. That's where that statue is supposed to be. So I'm going to head on over there and see what I can find. Although I think I'm going to go this way. I'm going to take the long route to get over there. This is the Ministerio de Cultura. They're obviously doing some kind of work on it. A little bit of a plaza here. Check out these items. Probably not something I'm going to be photographing, but still something that provides a lot of interest and reason for why I just love to explore places like this. Nice little park area. I see something like this, I probably would think about photographing. Those roots like that, and how the container has effectively busted open. It's completely missing on this side. Huh. And how those roots are shaped to that container. And of course it still grows to a nice, tall and mostly healthy tree. At the top of this item is some kind of rooster, it looks like. I wonder if I'll learn what that's about. couple of statues here. Pedro Sosa. Can't read. Oh, Leon Boyes. Fernando Maria Visconde de Lesseps. Armand Reclus. And finally, Lucien Bonaparte Visse. Or you could say he was wise. Anyway, let's get on top of that area. There's also some stalls up there. More people looking to take my money for their wares, their goods. And I'm going to be able to take a look over the bay where I'm at here and maybe have some kind of overview. Got some natural rocks, not down there. That's kind of cool. The access down there is blocked, so I can't get down there. All right, coming up the stairs. Let's see what we have here. And as we look over this edge here to those statues, I haven't figured it out, but they've got this highway that goes around Oldtown. Take a look at that. A bunch of cars going around over there. I've looked at the map, and to me it just makes no sense. I'm sure if I were in a car and I had a reason to get on there, it would be like, oh yeah, I like this. This makes sense. I think they also have a walking path out there. Don't think I'm going to do that, but maybe it would be awesome at night. Oh man, take a look at this. We got pelicans down here. Some natural rock outcroppings. See, this could look really nice. I could probably do something good. I don't know. I'm really high though. It's just one little outcropping. I might still try and work this into something though. Something could work here. Let's wander a little more, then maybe I'll come back and grab some pictures there. All right. Oh, here's some more. Yeah, I figured there'd be some more. Thinking of putting on my 10 stop and really slowing down the shutter speed, get that water all glassy like, and then that just causes those rock formations, especially that angle right there. That's looking really cool. If I can get it just right, I might be able to get something that looks pretty intriguing. Some nice setups here with their bags, and of course your ubiquitous pigeons. You'll see the modern city there. That could be alright. This is a good view. At night would be absolutely amazing, I'm sure. And who knows, maybe I'll be here long enough. Alright, I'll bring you back if I do find something that works out in this area, but I'm also just going to keep wandering. Ooh, there's someone with a really nice lens. I'm trying to think, that looks more like a 70 to 200 f2.8. Yeah, so if I pick up something here that looks really awesome, of course I'll bring it back. But the name of my game, like I've been saying before, is to explore, to discover. Of course I want to create something, and it's going to be awesome to be able to share it with you, especially via printing. So that's going to be my next thing, is going to just take these images I make and get them printed too, and convert them into some awesome prints so that they can be enjoyed, whether it's just, you know, an 8x10 size or maybe just massive and huge. I love going massive and huge, but even small prints can just have a wonderful experience as you're looking at them and enjoying them in memory. You know, the memories that they bring forth. That's what it's about. Okay, time to keep shooting. All right, we'll bring it back when it's time to bring it back. Just grabbed this image, and now I see there's shade ahead, but also the clouds are rolling in and rolling out. It's interesting, the weather here. Of course, it's rather tropical and such like that. I should totally expect that. But just moments ago, I was baking in the sun. Oh my goodness, it was so hot. And I rounded this corner and there was some shade coming through with this tunnel that I get to walk in. So it's time to load up and head on through there and see what else can be found. I switched to the camera. I have two bodies with me. This has the 12 to 18 millimeter lens, and then I've got an 18 to 135 on me, and then a 70 to 350. All of these are with the Sony a6400 body. And anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on with this canopy here. Toronja. I have no idea what that is, but it tastes okay. I also got the Big Cola, so we'll see how that tastes too. Of course they sell Coca-Cola, but why would I want that when I can get Big Cola? So we'll see what that's all about too. Just taking another break. Yeah, again, it's hot. I need a little break. I bought myself a wallet, so that's nice. I like to buy something leather if possible. Places I go. The last time I was traveling, let's see, it was Bosnia-Herzegovina. I bought a wallet, so it's starting to fall apart. That thing is 7 years old now, so I need to replace it, and so I bought one here from a local manufacturer. Well, just a little store here, but the manufacturer is in Panama, so I actually verified and looked it up before I bought it. So anyway, having a great time here in Oldtown and continuing to look around, continuing to find some good things to shoot, and just experiencing the place. Of course, we have the music going, blaring here at the little, I guess it's kind of like a sidewalk bar, but anyway, good times here in Panama. Well, I was wishing for some cloud cover, and it looks like a big thunderstorm might be rolling in. At least there is some very significant cloud cover now. I haven't heard any thunder or nothing, but it doesn't need thunder either. It can just dump rain and, you know, it'll all happen. As I'm trying to find a bus to my next place, I come across this Plaza de Santa Ana, the center of the city's arrabal, or area outside the walls. In the 19th century, the plaza was used for bullfights and as a market. But in the 1890s, it was turned into a park with trees, paths, and benches. And I'm just noticing there was a little thing there showing us where we're at. So I spent a lot of my time down here at the very tip of this area, and now I'm fairly inland. This is the kind of thing, again, I just love experiencing this. I just love being able to see this. But when it comes to making a really awesome fine art photograph, now see, this is the kind of detail I probably need. When we get into these roots and we get into the different details of various items, such as the greenery options here and all of the different lines and different really strong elements as it's growing up. Oh, and then we have some trash. So maybe we can make this a little bit better of a place by clearing out some of the trash for them. But this is the kind of thing that really excites me for sure. But then, you know, it's about isolating the right things, getting the right, crafting the right composition, and that's what makes it so fun for sure. But that's also a huge challenge. All right, I'm gonna try and set up a composition here. We'll see what happens. I'll let you see it if something happens here. being that it's the absolute middle of the day and the storm passed to the north a little bit, I've decided to relocate. And so I'm trying to get to the bus. I love those bright colors. Ooh, we got pineapple back here. Oh my goodness. Lots of awesomely good stuff here. All right, gotta look at the map and see where I can pick up this bus. It should be kind of close here. And then we'll pick it up out there at my next place for the day. Hey there, well, I ended that last clip just seconds ago saying I'll pick it up at my next destination. Problem is, I actually finished shooting, which is now yesterday. I finished shooting then because of kind of a little bit of an oopsie on the bus schedule and all that kind of stuff. And so it's now Thursday and I'm on my way to the city's nature park. I forget exactly what they call it. Point being, there's no more for this video, and I'll tell you a little more about my little bus oopsie in the next one. So stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about this place, any questions about the photos. Just drop them in the comments. I'd be happy to dive in a little deeper with you on that. And certainly if you are interested in seeing what these pictures look like printed, well, they're going to get printed, I guess I can say eventually, because that is my whole point with all this. I want to be able to get these images on paper, even if it's a small print, maybe it's a large print. I'm going to take them all the way through that print process because I just love that. That is the ultimate manifestation of my photography, is getting a good print. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks again. Until next time, happy shooting.